Good water is super flat, it is so calm, and it can be really peaceful and relaxing to just feel like you're floating.
A row, first thing in the morning, it's very therapeutic, it's cathartic. Everything in your day just gets easier from that point.
Being able to be out here on the water has been really grounding.
And almost like in meditation, you get that body scan. You can feel every muscle in your body. Same thing with rowing, it's really peaceful.
Facing the challenges of the pandemic, everybody's had to adapt. We're really fortunate here at Tufts that we already had a huge fleet of single sculls. So the opportunity to get out on the water in a safe, socially distanced way was really immediately available for us. And it really, in a funny way, kind of forced us to focus on the fundamentals. The single scull is probably the best boat to learn in. It's probably the tippiest boat of all. So you get a lot of feedback from the boat. So for good athletes who are paying attention, the single is the best coach that they'll ever have.
Rowing in a single, it highlights every technical issue that you could have. When you're in an 8, you really can't tell if the boat's kind of feeling off, whose fault that is or what the problem is. But in a single, if it's leading to port side, you know right away, okay, I need to kind of adjust.
It really forces you to focus on the little nuances of your stroke.
I've definitely fallen in once or twice. Once you do it a few times, you get a better sense for the feel of the boat and how to keep that balance, how to keep your center of gravity in the middle, and that's something that totally helps with coxing, because one thing I hear all the time in the 8s is, oh, we're down on port, which is one side of the boat, or oh, we're down on starboard, and now I'm getting a much better feel for how uncomfortable that can be.
I was nervous about the way that people would feel without a race or a competition looming, but they've had to develop this greater agency than before. They're getting themselves down to the boathouse on their own. They're running, they're biking. Like, everything that they're doing means that what they're trying to create down here at the boathouse is theirs. It's entirely theirs.
You know, one of the things I was worrying about was that we weren't going to have that same sense of team familyness, a collective sort of consciousness on the team, but I think that we really have been able to achieve that.
We still get that competition aspect of the sport by pushing ourselves.
Ready, go.
Having that intensity level every day has definitely made me stronger.
You want to work hard because everyone else is working so hard.
This season has really helped me really focus in on technique and growing as a rower, not just as an athlete.
What we're trying to do is focus on the quality of the daily experience, right? We don't know what the future is going to hold for any of us, but we do know that we have this time together today, and we just try to make that as good as we can make it and to appreciate that moment.